Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for another great spotlight session. Today, I have Mike McCurry with Client2Vendor. Basically, it seems like a referral kind of thing. We're always in our chat looking for referrals for our clients and things like that. So I figured it'd be a good chance, good time to let Mike come in and give us a rundown on how his company works, how it benefits agents, and all the things that we need to know about it. So I'll let Mike take it over. Thanks, Mike.
Awesome, Lawrence. Thank you for the opportunity. Morning, guys. Like Lawrence said, yeah, Mike McCurry with Client2Vendor. I'm the account executive, so I had the sales team over here. So we're a newer agent support company. We're super local, so we're based out of Morristown. Essentially, for you guys, this is the platform that was created by some local real estate agents with agents in mind. So make no doubt about it, this would be your platform, your infrastructure. You guys have spent, some of you years, some of you decades building your client database, kind of nurturing those relationships, as well as your vendor database, right? Forming relationships with all types of vendors and contractors. And some agents, it's great. They have a PDF or so of once they move their client into their dream home, let's say, hey, here's a PDF of all my vendors if you want to use them, which is awesome. But realistically, it's probably not a lot of clients are looking at that PDF, or they're misplacing it, and it's kind of in one ear out the other kind of thing. So we got going in October here to for agents to streamline the referral process in a way that they connect their clients to their vendors, because you guys are already doing that probably day in and day out already, in a more secure, dynamic, and professional way, where ultimately you guys as the agents, you either become or remain a rock star in the eyes of your clients. So think of this as transaction management. I know a lot of agents I talk to, and I talk to a ton each day. Most speculate that like half their day is kind of tracking down vendors and seeing like, hey, did my mortgage lender even get back to my client, or where's the title company at with this part of the process? And it's kind of just tracking people down and getting back to the client. This allows for automation, for follow up, in a digital kind of way. So transaction management as well as a post close tool, right? I'm sure um, a lot of you agents are looking for touch points, right? So, hey, my client's into a home. I think the going rate nowadays is it's going to be 9 to 11 years right now before they sell their home or look to buy again. So, what are you guys doing to stay top of mind in that time frame, right? And a lot of agents say they used to awkwardly kind of ring doorbells and drop off cookies unannounced. Hey, here I am. How are you guys doing? But this is a way to remain top of mind long after the transaction, because a lot of your database are not going to buy or sell anytime soon. But not only do they know someone that is and could refer you to them, but they're also going to need recommended service professionals throughout the process, right? Be it a painter, a plumber, an electrician. So we kind of in technology, we kind of created a way for, again, you guys to remain the rock stars and you guys of your clients to stay top of mind long after the transaction, so that inevitably when your clients are and this is for vendors too, but when your clients know someone, hey, it's their cousin, it's their next door neighbor that's asking at a wine night, hey, do you guys have like a go-to realtor, because we're looking to sell our home, or buy another home, whatever, that your client's more likely to be like, not only do I have a great realtor, Lawrence, I've had a great experience with him, but he also has a complimentary mobile app where all his vendors are listed right there. And not only can I see all his guys for certain categories, but I can reach out to them and know that my information is secure, and it's all in pretty much a one-stop shop for within the real estate space. So just to give you guys a little background, so I'm based out of Somerville. How I got going with this is as a soon-to-be first-time home buyer. In September, I was doing medical device sales for 6 years, loving that life, and I wasn't really planning on getting out of it. My agent actually had me download the My Agent Connections app. I'm going to show you guys what that looks like in a second here. So, complimentary app, I just downloaded it. Going into the process, we didn't have a mold remediation guy. To be honest, I didn't even know what a title company did. Didn't have a go-to mortgage lender. I figured I would just have to go on Google and sift through all the fake Google reviews and figure out who I want to get, who I trust to get pre-approved for a home. So to not only see my agents people, but to be able to reach out to them and just stay connected to them just through a one-stop shop mobile app has made my life a lot easier. And then on a personal note, I thought it was a great idea. I've always heard, to get into tech sales is kind of the way to go. And I got introduced by my agent to our founder, who's local, and we hit it off. So we got going. We got out of the beta phase here in October. Feel free, guys, to cut me off and stop me at any point. But without further ado, I do want to share my screen here and show you what this looks like. Lawrence, can you see that okay?
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you. So yeah, guys. So Client2Vendor. So this is going to be mobile based and also web based as well, depending if you're on the go or have time to open up your laptop and kind of work through your computer. We try to make it as user friendly as possible for both aspects here. So this is my phone on the left hand side. So Client2Vendor. This is the app that you guys as agents would have. It's also the app that your vendors have. Over here, my agent connections, this is the app that you guys give your clients complimentary access to. So to start off this demo, I just want to show you how easy it is for a connection request to be made. Now, to be clear, a connection request can be made by the client themselves, or you as the agent can create a connection request on the client's behalf. So when this is again from the client's vantage point, right? So when they open this up, you're front and center as the agent. So they're seeing your, beautiful mug the entire time, as well as either your team logo or the brokerage logo. If your client wants to leisurely scroll through who you guys recommend, this is the vendors tab. So this is a digitized list. This is your curated network of just your go-to vendors that have earned their way onto your network. This is how your vendors are presented. So vendors really appreciate the fact, even something as simple as, headshot logo, they can link their socials. Um, they can tell the client a little bit about themselves. This is how the vendors are presented to your clients. So they're more front and center, right? Agent insight. So, famously around here, I don't know if you guys, I'm sure when I say this, you probably have a vendor in mind. I know a couple of chimney guys around here that do amazing work, but they take a week or two to get back to you because they're a one-man show. So you can provide a little agent insight where the vendor cannot see this, but you can tell your clients, hey, this guy does amazing work, but make sure that, you give him a week or two to reach out, um, because it takes a little while to get back to you. Customer reviews too. We're not pulling these from Google. It's only jobs completed on Client2Vendor. Now, to leisurely scroll through vendors, I can tell you that this is more for post close right after the transaction. To give you guys an example, during the Christmas holidays, when we really started gaining great momentum, we had a lot of cleaning services, so some local cleaning and maintenance companies that they got a lot of business on here, strictly because the right agents we want to work with, like you guys, are the ones that have a great influence over their database. So there's kind of that blind trust factor where, hey, if you recommend a landscaper, a painter, a well and water company, your client's going to be like, hey, I've had a great experience with Lawrence. He recommends this person. That's good enough for me. I'm going to use him as opposed to, going on Angie's list or anything like that. Right. So we had a couple agents in particular told me that before Christmas, their clients were scrolling through, similar to how people do their shopping on Amazon, Instagram at night, and thought, oh, Lorena Clean, our hypothetical cleaning lady here, I need a deep clean of the house. I'm hosting the in laws for the holidays. No one wants to pick up the phone anymore and call anyone. There's a lot of call reluctancy. And they did this at night too. So this is 24/7 access. Hopefully, this eliminates the fact or reduces you guys getting calls from your clients at 9, 10 p.m. They can just communicate directly with your vendor through the platform. So to create a task, I'm going to show you guys the long form way first. So let's say hypothetically, Lawrence, that you get your very next buyer on here, right? So you can create a single task. You can also create a team task. We have some preset templates we put in place for the team task. So let's say buying real estate. So most, if not all of those essential vendors pop up, right? We'll say buying first home. So you guys are going to start with mortgage, right? When the client selects on the mortgage companies, the mortgage lenders to use, again, these are only the ones that have earned their way onto that particular agent's network. The client can certainly add both if you guys do want to give two options. If they want to shop around and see maybe whose personality they jive with more than the other, that's fine. Let's throw a title company on here. Oh, Lawrence raved about Kristen Deed. Been working with her for 20 years. Not to date you, Lawrence. Um, Attorneys, you can add vendor categories if you want to add any. But home inspector, you can get as many vendors as you want to the task. A few other pieces of information that's filled out on the client's behalf, how they want to be reached out to and communicated with by the vendor, the property where the work is being done, urgency level, and we'll say Lawrence speaks highly of you guys, excited to connect. So again, and as you guys know, every client's going to be different, right? So the client can create this themselves. The agent can also create it on the client's behalf. When the agent does that, their client knows that they're going to bat for them. And the client's getting updated throughout, whether or not they have the app downloaded yet, they're getting text and email updates throughout. And the idea is that they'll download the app soon and then have access to that agent's private network. So I want to show you guys what it looks like now from a vendor's perspective, right? So we added some vendors onto that buying process.
Real quick,
Bill
Mike, I just
Lend,
wanted to
yeah,
just cut in real quick and say
of course.
that was awesome.
I love it. I love it.
I like that when you have it like you showed it for your client, like if you're a buyer, for example, you can literally put all the different vendors that you would need for the transaction within that one space and then send it out. That is, yes, I like that. I thought that was like the thing I needed most.
No, I love that feedback, Lawrence, because as of now, a lot of agents I talk to, and this might be you guys, the way you're connecting your clients to your vendors, it's not dynamic, it's not secure. It's the same way that, and I always make this joke, if one of my buddies loves my haircut, right? And they're like, dude, what barber are you going to? It's the same way I'm gonna text my buddy my barber's contact information. It's probably what you guys are doing, or maybe an email introduction when you connect your client to a mortgage lender, a title company. This is we just believe a more dynamic way to do so in a way that brings you to light and makes you you're getting all the credit ultimately. It's all coming back to you because your face is on the app here. So the connection request was created, right? So if the client created it, the agents get notified or vice versa. All the vendors that were added to that task, they're also getting push notifications on their mobile app as well as emails for the pertinent notifications. Now, Bill Lending sees the new connection request. I want to show you guys what this looks like. Again, this is from the vendor's perspective. So we have two patents in place. This is our first one. We wanted to protect consumers' information, right? I mentioned Angie's List before because if your clients go on Angie's List and make a request that they need a plumber, the next thing they know, they're getting 100 phone calls, 100 emails from all plumbers that see that, hey, this guy needs their toilet fixed. This won't be the case here because, as you can see, the name, phone, email of the client, that's all blurted out. If this is your go-to mortgage lender or any kind of vendor that you guys have a great relationship with, the biggest thing, city matters, right? If it's an on-site vendor, but the agent name. So if this says Lawrence and this is your top mortgage lender, Lawrence, they're not even asking any questions. Hey, he sent me a client. This is probably a great referral, probably a high conversion rate. Let's go ahead and accept that connection request. All the client's information then pops up. They can call them right from the mobile app if they so desire. They have all their information now. Now, look, I can't force you guys to change the way that you're doing business. And if you prefer, texting, emailing, calling, or if the vendor does, that's totally fine. But another component of this is secure messaging. So this is a closed loop portal where, sometimes vendors before reaching out to the client, they want to reach out to the agent first and get some background information, figure out, what number they need to be at or what have you, so they can send a quick message to the agent here. Real estate attorneys on our platform appreciate the fact that if they just want to message the client, they can still retain attorney-client privilege. So right now in our hypothetical situation, only the mortgage lender has accepted the connection request. As soon as the title company does, the real estate attorney, the home inspector, they'll pop up in here as well. So, title and real estate are talking the whole time. And look, we hear horror stories, especially up here in North Jersey, right? Where people impersonating sellers, people impersonating buyers, all these fake wire, these wire loans that are going out that are initiated by bad actors out there. And title companies are getting screwed with that. Attorneys are getting hit with that. Ultimately, though, it's going to fall on the agent, right? Whether you guys are at fault or not, the security aspect, and we can't promise that we can eliminate fraud with this, but if we can significantly reduce it, then that's a win in and of itself. So any kind of secure messaging as well as secure document sharing, right? So I've heard of real estate attorneys that are asking clients for their social security number legitimately, but over email. And if the client gives that, that's accessible to everybody, right? The emails, the texts, all that. So there's a compliance aspect, as well as sensitive documents you want to upload that the client wants to upload to get pre-approved for a mortgage. Why not do it through a secure portal where all this stays with you in the system for forever? So everything's trackable, everything's auditable, and every time that you get messaged on here, or the mortgage lender has accepted the connection request, or the client messages you guys are getting push notifications. So you're more up to date and kind of on top of the entire transaction as it takes place. That's the quick form demo for you as far as working through the transaction. Now, as far as what the plan would look like for you guys if you were willing to kind of move forward here, me and my team were offering, and because we're up to almost 50 agents locally and around 75 vendors, we're able to offer our early adopting agents white glove service. So we do a lot of hand holding up front. I actually just got out of a meeting at Starbucks where a local agent. She does a lot of great business. She's on board. So how it looks is we're with you guys every step of the way and in bringing your ecosystem to life and getting it on and helping you build your network. Meaning, what her and I just did, we got her signed up, and then we went over the list of her top vendors. So we started with her real estate team on the buying side, on the listing side. I'm not so worried about her and your guys's pool guy, your financial advisor, your accountant. I'd love to get them on if they want to be front and center in the eyes of your clients, but I want to start with your essential vendors first. So we reach out to your vendors on your behalf. We do these demos with them. We get them signed up. And then at a certain point, we got to strategize on, all right, let's you start inviting your clients on. I can tell you that the agents that if they're willing to give us a little bit of time, a little bit of commitment and, help me out in the sense of like, hey, Ash, your mortgage lender, your go-to person, he's not getting back to me. Can you please, is it cool if I start a group chat, or can you do an email thread and just to let him know we're legitimate? That kind of example. If you guys um are willing to work with us, I can tell you that the realtors, once they make their first connection request on this platform and they see that it's saving them time, it's saving them energy, they're getting all the credit. It's the way that they're sending and conducting business going forward. And ultimately, guys, the name of the game for you is real estate referrals, right? Uh, Agents love the idea of just working based on word of mouth, referrals, not doing as little networking events as possible, not paying money for a billboard or a ShopRite cart ad placement. We already have realtors on here in 8 months that have gotten real estate referrals just from this platform. And I want to make clear they're getting real estate referrals from clients on this platform who love the experience and then are recommending their family, friends, their neighbors, what have you, to that realtor. There's also realtors that are getting real estate referrals from vendors. And I can give you an example. We have an agent partner on here that he's been in the business 27 years or so. He's worked with a local mold remediation guy for that amount of time. Their families go on vacations together. They're super close. That mold guy has never given that agent a real estate referral. Now that they're a part of Client2Vendor, and not only has that vendor received more business from the agent because they're front and center on their network on here, but it also allows vendors to connect with other agents on the platform if they so desire. He just loves the whole process. So I forget if it was his family friend or whatever, but our that particular agent got a $13,000 commission check from that mold remediation guy, strictly based on Client2Vendor. And then the last part, and then I'd love to open it up to questions if you guys have any or comments, feedback, as far as what pricing looks like. So again, this was created by agents for agents. So we're really trying to help out, and we'd love to work with you guys. For the agent to sign up, the first year is entirely free. After that, it's $5 a month. That's it. For the vendors, there's two options for the vendors. Before this morning, there was one option for the vendors. So there is a premium plan for the vendors where it's 60-day free trial and then $50 a month. I can tell you, even at the $50 a month, we're not getting a lot of pushback at all, especially because if it's one of your top guys, a lot of them are like, hey, this helps Lawrence out. I'm more presentable to his database, and I can potentially connect with other agents as well. And it's an admin organizational component. Great. Literally this morning, we went live with another option for vendors if they want to kind of get their feet wet and give this a shot. It's an introductory, no cost version. So it's literally they don't pay anything. It's kind of like we're on Zoom right now. It's kind of like a Zoom, a Spotify, a LinkedIn, where there's going to be a basic no cost version and then an option for premium features. The biggest difference with that right now for the vendors is that if they want to be connected to up to 25 agents networks at one time on here, 25 is the limit for the introductory no cost plan. Your mortgage lenders, whether you guys think so or not, they're working with more than they're at least connected with more than 25 agents. So the premium plan allows them to be connected to up to 200 at once. Look, if we get your home inspector on and they're loving this, but eventually they want to be connected to more agents, and we plan on rolling out an AI assistant and other premium features such as performance scoring for the vendors and then premium placement so that when an agent's looking for vendors on the platform, they'll be front and center based on their score. Down the road, there will be more options to pay, but right now we just want to monetize this with use. We're off to a great start, but again, Lawrence, I appreciate the opportunity just to talk to even, six of you guys at once. And again, I'd love to get, if you guys have any feedback or questions, I'm all ears.
I would say this was great. My feedback is like I said, I really like the feature of being able to have everyone that's involved in a transaction and have them a full vendor list right in front of me that I can send to my client, and they can just go down themselves and say, "Hey, I want to reach out to this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy." It kind of makes it a little bit more streamlined. This way, it's not more like, "Hey, today I need a pool guy. Tomorrow I need a home inspection. Tomorrow I need to speak to the mortgage guy. Tomorrow I need to call an attorney." This way they can have a list right in front of them that they can just go down and say, okay, let me call this guy today, this guy today, this guy. So I like that feature about it. And I think that even the price of $5 a month, I'd pay that all day for this because it saves a lot of time, saves a headache, and it saves the factor of like in our WhatsApp group, every day there are, hey, anybody got a referral for a pool guy? Anybody have a referral for a roofer or things like that? So I feel like this would help alleviate that because now we all have, hey, go check your go on your profile and see who you got, go search for some more vendors in the area, things like that. So I think this is really, really good. What do you guys think about it? You guys are really quiet
I
today.
think this is very useful, very useful app. Um, just need to play around with it, and yeah, I mean, I I think it should work.
Yeah.
How can new agents use this? You think new agents will benefit from this or?
Uh, I'll let Mike answer that. I can answer that.
Yeah, it's a great question. I'll try first, Lawrence. I mean, we're new enough, Idrissa, where we're trying to figure out who this is best for. Is it best for the ones that are doing, the 50 million plus, like the biggest heavy hitters in New Jersey and beyond? Is it for the new agents that are just getting ready and kind of just getting their feet wet? I think regardless of experience and sales volume and kind of tier of agents, it's a competitive advantage, right? It's a value add where during your next listing appointment, or if the client's talking to multiple agents to figure out who they want to use, and you guys have this secure platform with all your vendors in one place, and the other agent doesn't and is just referring their clients to vendors by text message, and then um you know that agents, you would just, in that situation, in my opinion, you would just seem more locked in and have a competitive advantage to kind of win that client.
hmm Which I was gonna say as well, which is it just adds to your value proposition and makes you more valuable as an agent when you're speaking with clients. You can say, "Hey, well, also I use this service that keeps all my vendors in one place that will help you streamline the transaction, keeps everything in line. We can also send messages and PDFs through there, and different docs, things like that." So this is just more like a valuable tool that other agents don't have access to or just don't have access to yet. So being that you will be one of the first to have them in your specific area, it kind of sets you apart. So I think as a new agent, experienced agent, top producing agent at any level, this adds value to what you currently do.
Okay.
Well said.
Okay. Mike, you can keep that for your next.
Yeah, I'm stealing that for sure. Look,
Still.
guys, I think there is I alluded to it during the demo, but client retention, right? How are you going to assure, besides a great experience during the transaction, that, again, when your client who you just moved into a home, when they go to sell their home and buy another one, how do you increase the chances that, you're the realtor they're going to use? Well, if they're a part of your network and they're continuing to get great experiences through Client2Vendor, all in part thanks to you, because again, they're going to need service professionals. It just increases the chances that, hey, that client's with you for life now.
Right. And like the profile shows that your picture and name pop up right on the front whenever they go and look for vendors using the platform, which I think is good as well because that keeps you top of mind. And then they can also have the chance to look for vendors that you refer to them. Hey, I know you have a pool. Hey, here's a good pool guy. Hey, here's a roofer. Here's a chimney guy. There's so many different uh vendors, that have to do with home maintenance that, you can have everyone under the sun on there. And they just have access to the people that you refer. They get good business, they get great service from those people. They always remember you, always think about you first. So I think this is really good. I like this a lot. Anyone else have any questions, comments, concerns?
Hey,
Just
Lord.
a quick question.
Oh,
On the vendors, you said so there are two plans, basic and premium. Is that correct, Mike?
Yes, Ash, for the vendors.
Yes. So
Mhm.
basic has some limitations, what have you, right? So if we were to include a vendor, or we ask them, how does that vendor get on board onto the app?
Yes. So, Ash, normally how it works is me and my team will do all the heavy lifting on the back end. So I would get a vendor list from you guys. Some of you have it in a PDF already. Others, I kind of fire up a new Google sheet and we go one by one. Hey, let's start with mortgage. Give me, oh, I have two mortgage reps. Okay, name, cell phone or email, however you want me to reach out to them. It does help out a lot. We have a lot of great sample content eventually for you to send to your clients to explain the process to them to get them on board, but also to your vendors. This day and age, I know you agents get crushed by all these BS spam calls.
Hmm.
So to decrease the chances that your vendors think we're one of those, what I usually do is if the agent can take a little bit of time up front and just either start a group chat or create an email with me CC'd on it, it just goes a long way. And then I get them on Zoom demos. They usually take 15, 20 minutes. I explain the process to them. I explain both plans, and then I just keep you guys in the loop. This takes a little bit of time. You're not going to make your first connection request a day after you sign up. Sometimes it takes 30 days, 60 days for me to get enough of your vendors on here where you guys feel comfortable. Hey, let me start introducing this to clients. So it's a little bit of, it's kind of like trust the process type thing, but I can tell you, you're going to love this once you get your vendors on, your clients on. Once that first connection request is made, you're going to be like, why would I do it the old way or any other way going forward?
Hmm.
Got it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Paul, you had a question or a comment?
actually, I was going to say yes. One, this also has a way of the bad vendors not making your list. So,
Hmm.
so this kind of everybody that you definitely want to highlight their good service. I've had a few incidents in which I would never contact certain vendors again, and so
Same.
that way, especially with that client you got their first house, what have you, and they may have had a bad experience with that vendor, they can be eliminated from that list. So I look at it both ways, which is a good thing. So yes.
Hmm.
That's a great point, Paul. Yeah, there is a way for, hypothetically, let's say you have three go-to mortgage lenders and one of them you realize they're on your Client2Vendor network and your clients are reaching out to them and, maybe they're just price gouging your client or being really rude and disrespectful to them. There's a simple disassociate button where if you guys fall out of love, they're no longer accessible to your clients
Hmm.
uh, on the network.
That's a good button to have.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, because all you guys, I'm sure, have had that experience.
Yes, we've definitely had that experience before. So funny. I did see a couple of vendors when you were going through it that I actually have used that are on there already, which is kind of cool. So I saw Cooper Inspections on there. Brian's a good
Okay.
guy. I
Yeah,
call
yeah,
Brian
yeah.
for just miscellaneous questions all the time. So Brian's annoyed with me, but he loves me. So
Yeah, he's my
um,
the go-to inspector. He does all the
yeah,
inspections for
yeah.
me.
Love
Brian's
that.
my go-to inspector as well. So
Yeah,
that's
I'm sure you
cool.
guys would
That's
have a few of
cool.
those because we do want to start hyper local. We're actually about to roll out a pilot program down in Charleston, South Carolina, just because I have a personal connection down there. But yeah, obviously it increases the chances that agents are going to join and like this if they hop on, and a few of their vendors are already on there. So it's as simple
Mhm.
as inviting them to your network, and then someone like Brian he understands the concept of it. I don't have to explain it to him again,
Mhm.
and also vice versa, right? When vendors hop on and even if they're skeptical initially and then they see, oh, I work with 10 of these agents on here, it's going to go better for us and for all parties.
Right. 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 Okay. I think I have I have to accept a call. I want to sign up. Oh, Paul wants to sign up. I want to sign up. We all want to sign up. I think that it's going to take you a little time to get through all of us, but
Uh-huh.
shoot me an email with some information, and then I'll send that out to my agents, and then we can reach out to you one by one and get set up in however we need to do this. But I think this is awesome, and I think it's good for us to be able to add our vendors into this space, and then we can all just, hey, anybody know a good pool guy? Yeah, you didn't download Client2Vendor? What are you doing? We can say that now, and have an alternative as opposed to saying, oh, well, let me search, or no, I don't, or see if you can Google one, or anything else like that. I think this saves us a lot of time, energy, and headache. So I like it. I'm down.
Def Definitely.
Win-win.
I love all that. Oh, go ahead, Ash. Sorry. Ash, were you going to say something?
No, I said I'm in. I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is great. I have a vendors list that I've created myself, and anybody needs, so I just refer them. So yeah, this is excellent app.
Right. I think it's good because again, we're not texting out our vendor list, or vendor phone number or website or anything else like that. And we have a page that we can send our clients to say, our picture is there, our information's there. But then here's a list of all the people that I like working with that are 5-star and things like that. I think this is really, really good.
I love it. And
Really,
the last
really
thing I'll
good.
say, guys, is that you know, agents do change brokerages sometimes. And I'm sure you guys have a CRM and you might have some, Keller Williams type uh controlled systems. And
Hmm.
a lot of those times if you were to leave, your current brokerage over there, you can't take any of that with you, right? It's kind of like Keller Williams owns that, or Raj is controlling that, whatever.
Mm.
This is something where if you guys change a brokerage, no worries. All you're doing differently is um, firing up a new broker logo. Whoever you join, or if you have a team logo, this is your infrastructure, your network, your platform throughout your entire career that you take with you regardless of where you go. But yeah, Lawrence, that sounds, and all you guys, that sounds great. Thank you so much for the time. So Lawrence, I will send you. I'm just going to send you our website. I probably have, but website, 2 explainer
Okay.
videos, and then I'll just send that to you for now, obviously. So to sign up, I guess I'll let you guys reach out to me.
Okay.
I have to create a promotional link, and then we can kind of hop on for those that want to join. We can hop
Hmm.
on and we'll schedule an onboarding Zoom where I'll sign you up on the spot, and then we'll start to go over your vendors, and I'll have you download the mobile app. We have a checklist of onboarding, and kind of go from there.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds great. Awesome. Well, I do thank you, Mike, for coming on today. I really appreciate the information and how great this whole system is. Thank you guys for coming on as well. Look forward to our food fest next Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. in the office, followed by fireworks at Montgomery High School. And I hope you guys all have a great weekend and happy Juneteenth.
Thank you, Lawrence.
Thank you,
You're
Lawrence
welcome.
and Mike.
Thank you,
Bye.
guys. Happy Father's Day weekend too.
That too.
Yep. Happy